Hello and welcome to today's video. Today looking at another ink from the Barock line by Octopus Fluids. Today we are looking at this. This is Kaviar. This ink, not gonna lie, is one of my favorite ink colors I've looked at in a long time. For some reason, this just works for me. It's a beautiful sort of rich, dark purple gray color. We'll look at it on a few different kinds of paper, all of that kind of stuff. So here is the bottle. Traditional 30ml bottle as you would get from Octopus Fluids and similar to a couple of other brands. Beautiful label. So Barock was an ink brand from Dresden, which went defunct and has been the line has been taken up by Octopus Fluids, and we get some lovely inks from it. They are just beautiful. So this is Kaviar. Let's have a look at it on some paper. First, we'll start with it here on a coloring card. You can see that sort of dark purple gray, almost sort of with brown tone ink. It's got a bit of shine to it. It's not necessarily sheen, but it does have some shine. It performs very well. It looks great on the page. So here we have the ink on Tomoe River. It does look a little washed out here on this paper. This is not what you sort of get on like Rodeo or Clairefontaine or anything like that. You get more browny grey here than the purple grey. Had it in two pens, the Eureka Symmetry with a medium nib and the TWSBI Go in an extra fine. So we can see how it performs from both pens. We've got the water test here where I put water down on it and then let it sit for a bit and then dab it up with paper towel. And while a lot of that purple has been taken away, we are left with a good hit of the grey. So you can definitely see absolutely all the detail of what was there. The ink looks great in the extra fine nib, and this is where I think you see more of the colour. It is a relatively wet ink, and if you have it in a wetter pen, it just gets darker and darker. This pen retails for €12.95 or $12 US for the 30ml bottle, which I think puts it in a reasonably decent price point. Not super high, not super low, but I think you're getting a good ink for the price. Let's now look at it on some other kinds of paper, and here we have it on student notepad paper. And it once again is a little bit more washed out. There's not a whole lot of feathering. Well, I've definitely seen worse, but you know, we are getting a lot of that brown coming through, and there is a little bit of bleed, but once again, I have definitely seen worse. Now on the office copy paper, this looks better and it's performing a bit better, a little bit more grey tone, a little less of the purple, but it is looking better and performing a little better as you would expect. And on the reverse, we still do get some bleed, but once again, you know, I have seen worse, but I've definitely also seen better. And now we have the ink on Rodeo, and this is where I think it really shines. In the swatch, it looks beautiful. You're getting a bit more of that sort of purple tone coming through. I think the camera's probably picking it up a little bit more brown, but it does have a lovely purple tone. The shading is nice. As I said, in the wetter pen, the Eureka Symmetry, it is a lot darker, but in that TWSBI Go Extra Fine, beautiful, beautiful color. Water test, we see a bit of that gray left, a little bit of smear from the purple. This isn't the most saturated ink, but it is a relatively highly saturated concentrated ink. It's got great flow and it works well in every pen, and it's super easy to clean out of pens. I've had this in a number of pens now, and I absolutely love it. So as you can see on the reverse of this Rodeo page, there's nothing, even from the swatch, whereas, you know, marine there has really come through. So this is an ink that I think is absolutely wonderful. It's got a really unique, interesting color. As I said, it has good performance. It's pretty, you know, good value, but it looks amazing on the page. And I just personally really enjoy writing with it. So a quick color comparison now. There is Kaviar once again on the coloring card. Here it is alongside Barossa Grape from Robert Oster, which is sort of like a darker gray purple. And then Sailor Ink Studio 752, which I think has a lot in common with it. It might be maybe slightly more vibrant purple, if you can call it that, but it sits somewhere in this kind of family. So this was Kaviar from the Barock line of inks from Octopus Fluids. I hope you found this video interesting and useful. This is certainly an ink I really enjoy. I think it's got a lot of great properties. I think it performs really, really well. As I said, it's good value, all that kind of stuff. And it's just an interesting color. And that's one of the things that really draws me to this ink. Just a lovely color, and it performs well on the page, so I enjoy it. So this was, as I said, Kaviar from the Barock line by Octopus Fluids. Big thank you to Octopus Fluids for sending this out for review. And a big thank you to you, my viewers, for following. So like and subscribe, all that kind of stuff. It helps with the algorithm and helps me continue to grow the channel. If you'd like to support the channel in another way, I would love to hear from you. I'm always open to ideas on that front. In the meantime, enjoy your pens and ink and all the associated stuff, and I'll talk to you soon.